Subcommittee, Thursday, September 26th. Rob, if you want to just kick us off with an update on where we stand.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
so I know we discussed at the last meeting, it was really just final tweaks to the language for the bylaw. Or for the article that will be on the town meeting warrant. So really, it was just those minor tweaks to the purpose section. I know we talked at great length to other sections during previous meetings. So I feel as though the language that we have is pretty much final and good to go unless there's more comments, but I think we've exhausted our review of this. It's been a long road with both town council and with our consultant, so I think we're at a good point. The other item too to add, we do have our maps made as well, which I can just pull up really quickly so you can see.
Sure.
Planning committee tonight, right after this, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's the first map, that's for the Charles. So outlined in purple with the two parcels that will be included in the overlay. And then the other one is Chris Apartments. This map. So we have the two maps that encompass the parcels, which is good. We have the language, so my recommendation is if we are ready, I think you take the vote to recommend the language to the planning board, which eventually the planning board will then send this to the select board. And then it will be sent back to the planning board for public hearing. So we still have a long road ahead. We've got some deadlines to meet to make it to the town meeting. So I think my suggestion is we can finish this off tonight, and then I think the only other items that we should probably meet on afterwards and maybe be another meeting before October 15th for the public outreach meeting, which I can go over a little bit later what my game plan is for that. Yeah, so that's where I'm at.
I have one question.
Yes.
I would be willing to make a motion to move it on to the planning. Since I'm the chair of the planning board, am I allowed to do that?
You can, you're on. the
Okay, I just want to make
subcommittee.
sure.
Yeah.
I would make a motion that we send the
Recommend.
drafted language with the MBTA Section 3A Subcommittee on to the Bellingham Planning Board.
A recommendation.
Yeah, send, recommend.
Recommend.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Planning board.
Very good.
I second the motion.
Okay, we have a recommendation. We have the second. Should we do a roll call vote or?
Yeah, I think that would
Okay,
be ideal.
everyone who is in favor of recommending this to go to planning board, please say aye.
Bill O'Connell, aye.
Jeff Scornavaca, aye.
Elizabeth Lett, aye.
Excellent.
Okay,
It is sent.
and then that won't go on the agenda tonight though, right?
No, it is on the agenda tonight, but it's not. I don't recommend that the planning board send this to the select board tonight just because
They haven't had time to
They haven't
review
had
it.
time to
We
review
need
it.
to review it.
And we'll discuss, because we want to make sure that this gets on the October 7th select board meeting, so planning board will probably have a special meeting sometime next week, which we'll be discussing at the planning board meeting tonight. So that's that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Any questions or comments from the public?
Well done.
No, thank you, Dennis, with all your support.
Yeah.
Okay, one more notch in this. Next item on the agenda is our October 15th outreach meeting.
Yeah, so I think that what we should do for the October 15th outreach meeting is do a dry run of what I or we, whoever wants to present during the town meeting.
Okay,
What I envision is a more shorter, sweeter, to the point presentation that isn't going to just completely confuse people who are just hearing this stuff. So really just a broad overview of, what the regulations are, how we're meeting them, and consequences of not meeting those regulations. So what I would like to do is prepare a presentation prior to the October 15th meeting and then run it by this subcommittee, just see if you have any input that I can tweak before the October 15th meeting. And then we can go from there. And then perhaps we can have one more meeting after the October 15th meeting, if you want to discuss how the outreach meeting went, anything that we should change for the town meeting. Then it'll be town meeting time, so if that makes sense.
okay.
Dennis, is that,
I think that's great.
okay,
Yeah,
Perfect.
and I think it is great to do a dry run.
Yeah,
Rob and I were talking about that, because there may be some things that are confusing that we present on the 15th that we can clean up.
Yeah.
In time for town meeting, so that's great.
definitely.
okay. Yes,
Are you doing a presentation at town meeting?
Yes, yep.
Oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
the thought would be for the October 15th outreach meeting,
Right.
craft our presentation to basically be what the town meeting presentation is gonna be. And then that way, we'll get input. If there's a lot of questions on certain items, we'll know, okay, maybe we need to add a little bit more beef to this. So I think that's the best approach, because we want to make this as direct as possible. Trying to think, how long was our presentation the first time? It was probably like, what, 20 minutes, would you say?
yeah,
Maybe a little bit longer.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're right.
So we're gonna wanna tighten it down. We don't want 20 minutes, because we're gonna lose a lot of people, I think.
Feel free to critique us.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
You need the preparation.
yep.
If the planning board sent it to the select board, will there be a presentation given at the select board meeting?
Not, well, if they want to ask questions, they certainly can. The presentation that I would like to do would be at the planning board public hearing. So what'll happen is this article has been recommended to the planning board. Then the planning board will make the motion to send this to the select board. The select board will then make a motion to send this back to the planning board for a public hearing. And typically with the public hearing, I mean, you've been through quite a few of them, I think now. We usually have just one meeting for warrant articles, and then that way, if it doesn't confuse the projects with any other hearings that we have. So that would be a good time too. That will be the second meeting in October, which I think is October 24th. Would be the public hearing for the planning board. In this. Yes, October 24th. Which will be yet another good time if we have the October 15th outreach meetings and then the public hearing. Plenty of time to polish a presentation to give to the during town meeting.
Those meetings are at 7.
Yes, the October 24th planning board meeting would be at 7 o'clock, correct? And then the October 7th select board meeting is at.
Yeah, you're always welcome to come, but I think the select board is just gonna vote
Yeah.
to pass it
Yeah.
back to the.
Yeah.
planning board. I don't think they'll get into much of a discussion.
Okay.
I agree.
They've already reviewed it and know big picture of what's being
Yeah.
recommended.
If anything, at most, I can pull up these maps just so they're aware of the location, which has already been presented, but.
and we shouldn't need, Sarah or Judy to come on the 15th.
No, I don't think, I asked them to, I think that they have it in their calendar to come, but I agree, I think it would make sense not to include them on that, but they are willing to come to the town meeting, which I
Okay.
think would be good, because
Yeah.
if there is somebody that has technical questions, that's kind of a make or break situation at town meeting.
Yeah,
So-
maybe we can just get an update from Judy or Sarah before the 15th, like if anything is changes or they
Sure.
know of towns that have heard back
Yeah,
from the Attorney General and all that. But,
yeah.
probably don't need their technical expertise again.
What's the date of our town meeting?
The 20th, right? November 20th?
Third, Wednesday, whatever that is.
I would suspect
It's November 20th.
by the 20th, some other towns will have had town meetings. So we may get some updates prior to our
Oh,
meeting.
yeah, for anyone that's needed to
Yeah.
come at it again, or anyone like us.
Correct.
And what time is our presentation at Senior Center on the 15th?
1 and 7.
Okay. That's being publicized by them.
Yeah,
Okay.
yep. And we've posted material as well.
Okay, no more discussion about the 15th. The next item agenda is approval of meeting minutes. Have we all had a chance to read the meeting minutes?
I think you got a question in the
Oh.
audience.
Question, we're having a breakfast on Saturday with 90 some odd people showing up. Do you have any more flyers or anything that we could be handing out or
Yeah, I can make
advertising?
more flyers, definitely.
Great,
Yeah. Do you want some more of those?
yes, whatever you got.
Whatever you have.
Yeah, I can print some more
I'm
for
not
you.
guaranteeing everybody's gonna take one or read it, but the more we advertise, the better off it's gonna be.
Yeah, no, I can print some
I'll
out.
do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Great.
Any comments on the meeting minutes? Jeff or Bill?
No,
Okay, so, I would like to entertain a motion to approve the meeting minutes from September 12th.
so moved.
A second.
Okay, we have a first and a second. All those who, vote to approve the meeting minutes, please say aye.
Bill O'Connell, aye.
Jeff Squanavaca, aye.
Liz Bertholet, aye.
Excellent. I guess the next question would just be scheduling the next meeting.
Yes.
October 15th is the Tuesday. October 10th, if we're sticking to Thursdays. October 10th is planning board. October 3rd was going to be ZBA, but we have no agenda items. I never thought I would be saying that compared to how busy.
No, there was a stretch where we didn't meet for a while on zoning.
Yeah.
I would say. the
Keep that
10th.
stretch going.
I would say the 10th.
Yeah,
Does that give you enough time to tweak things for the 15th?
yeah, definitely. I'll definitely have time to prepare the presentation for the 10th.
Okay. October
That one's
10th.
at 5:30?
Yes. we
We're
can-
at 5:30?
Yeah, we can keep 5:30.
Okay,
I have a conflict on the 3rd.
okay.
Jeff, does the 10th work for you?
Yes, it does.
Perfect. So, next meeting will be October 10th at 5:30.
Excellent.
And Rob, will you have a draft of the presentation before then, or should we expect it on the 10th?
I can send a draft before then.
Yeah, I
I'll
mean,
plan-
no rush.
Yeah, I'll plan to have the presentation prepared sometime next week. So then that way I'll get it to you folks. I'll email it to you before the end of the week.
Okay,
All right.
perfect.
And I will also, when we set up the meeting, I will send the Zoom link to, because if anybody doesn't want to come in person, we'll get that out. So,
Okay,
all right.
do we need to close the meeting, or are we good?
Yeah, if you want to adjourn the meeting, it's, unless there's anything else.
Yeah, yes, any last minute questions, comments?
All right.
Okay. We need to make a motion to adjourn the meeting, or just adjourn?
You good?
Entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second the meeting.
Okay, all those in favor of adjourning the meeting, please say aye.
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 Jeff Scornavaca, aye.
Bill O'Connell, aye.
All right,
We did it.
we're adjourned.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, everybody.
The home stretch.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Have a great night.
Thanks, team. Take care.
Coming.
What's the agenda?